Hello everyone, it is time for our monthly paper pumpkin. This is a beautiful kit with some gorgeous card bases. If you're not familiar with paper pumpkin, this is a kit that you can get in the mail every month. It comes in a box, has everything you need. The only thing you might need is a pair of scissors, but it comes with all the adhesive you need, any embellishments. It will have an ink spot every month. So just a small little ink pad. And my understanding is they don't repeat these for a year. So for 1 year, you'll get all different ink spots. Every once in a while, there'll be one that has 2 in it. You get a stamp set. So this is the March kit that we're working with tonight. So this is the stamp set that came with it, that goes with the March kit. Hey, buddy. And then this month you had a bonus. So this was the bonus kit that you got. So, and I always have, for my Paper Pumpkin subscribers and my team members that get Paper Pumpkin, I make a bonus card. So I will show you that at the end. But let's get started. All right. Oh, and you get full color instructions in case you're new to this. It will have one page that will show you all the pieces needed for each card. So this time we have 3 different cards, and then it will give you instructions for each card. So let's get started. Hopefully I have everything ready. It was kind of a rush. Dinner took longer than expected. I always forget how long it takes for that one to cook, and so... All right, let's see, which one are we doing first? Yep, this one. So this is our first card. Have a beautiful birthday, and it came with these wood accents in it. So let's make that one. And I am going to go ahead and stamp both of the remaining cards while I have the ink and the stamps out, but I won't put together the second one. All right. Now I use my full-size ink pad. That is, whoops, just so I can save those spots to put in little gift packages or something. All right, and these are all what we call photopolymer stamps. So that means they're clear. And where did I put all the ones that go with this? Here we go. This one is Have a Beautiful Birthday. So when they're clear like this, it means they don't have any of that foam cushion. And so it helps them to have a better image if you put this foam piercing mat underneath of it. So we are going to stamp Have a Beautiful Birthday in the middle. So this is one of the pieces that came with the kit. Already die cut. It's got the little gold edge around it. There we go. Then we'll put our ink away so I don't make a mess. And put this one in our other card. All right. Get my instructions back out. And then it shows you, excuse me, exactly where to put your adhesive. So when it's these dark solid dots, those are the glue dots. And then when it's the open shapes, then it's the dimensionals. And I like to use my Take Your Pick tool. So let's get out our other pieces. So we have this beautiful tree. Okay, so that is the back of it. I'm just going by the what the holes look like on the back where they're showing me where to put adhesive. And then this is like vellum, but it's like purple on one side and then not so purple on the other side. So let's get our glue dots going here. So we've got one up here. I love that they tell me exactly where to put them. In this case, it's probably not as critical for this piece, but sometimes they're telling you where to put them because of how it's going to layer over the other pieces. And then on the vellum, you have one in the middle. And these are going to get covered up by our sentiment. So normally you would want to be really careful what adhesive you put on vellum, but these are going to get covered up by the sentiment. So it doesn't matter if it shows through. So let's bring in our card base. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's pop off all these backs. And then this guy goes about right there. And then this. Oops, got stuck. One of the days I'm going to clean off. I have some wire shelves right up here. And I'm going to clean those off and find these little backings everywhere. And this guy goes about like that. And those glue dots will... Can these wooden pieces go in the mail? Betty, probably if I was going to mail it, I would put something else over it to help protect it. You can request hand stamped instead of going through the machine, but I think that costs more money. So I think they can, and they're not like real fragile. I mean, they're pretty thick. But yeah, you might want to put something around them to protect them a little bit. All right, so our sentiment will turn over, and they're showing you dimensionals only towards this right end once you turn it over. And that's because the other part is going to rest on the tree. So we'll just put 2 dimensionals on here. And this guy will go over there. And now all we need are our embellishments. These fun like sequins, iridescent sequins. And so they show you exactly how many sequins you need to use. And so we're going to use three big ones and 2 little ones. I'm going to get my take your pick tool again. And then I always have to stop and look. Okay, so there's a big one. There's a big one. That must be a big one. And then 2 little ones there and there. All right, so a big one here, and then a little one up from it, and then another big one up here, big one down here, and one more little one. Whoop, there you go. And that is it. Isn't that fun? Those sequins are really fun. Very sparkly, very iridescent. All right, that is card number 1. All right, card number 2. Let's set some of this back out of the way. This is what it looks like. Again, the same purple vellum in a wood piece and a gorgeous card base. So let's get the pieces we're going to stamp on first. Move that stuff away a little bit and get my ink. So this one is, and I had in my kit, and you will too, 1 extra of each of the pieces that you stamp on, and they're really good about that. So just in case you have a problem stamping, you stamp over or whatever, they will generally give you an extra piece. Okay, I had to make sure which way this went. So it goes with the gold at the top and then rounded at the bottom. And we're going to stamp Heartfelt Thanks. Not that one. Heartfelt Thanks. And you can mix and match these sentiments, at least on these first 2. So if you wanted it to say something else, you certainly could. The second one is using a long skinny strip, so that would be a little harder. But if you have other stamp sets with sentiments, you know, you can feel free to use those too. So heartfelt thanks. There we go. Again, I will put this away. All right, let me put one of these back in here. And let's get the rest of our pieces. All right, again, those pieces out. Set that aside for a moment. Again, it is showing us where our adhesive is going to go. So glue dots, 3 on there, 3 on there. So let's get those. So we have one up here, one here, and one there. And then on our vellum again, whoops, one in the middle, and then one on either side of it. Whoops, stay on there. All right, let's get those backs off. Come on. That one didn't want to come off. Might as well do these at the same time. There's something satisfying about flipping them off like that. Just making them fly everywhere. Whoops. That's the one that's already done. So look at that beautiful card. These card bases are so gorgeous. All right, and so this is going to go. I'll try and make it straighter than the last one. I was so busy about where it was going, I didn't get it very straight. See if that looks better. That looks better. And then our leaf is going to go on here about like that. And then our sentiment, again, dimensionals. So turn it over and it shows you where to put those dimensionals. So we're going to put one there and one over there. And this is going to go. So they have a little bit of the purple. My leaf maybe should have been up a little bit higher, but this will be fine. There we go. Now we just need our bling. So in this one, we're using 2 big and 1 little. It almost looks like 3 different sizes, but we only have 2 sizes. So it must be 2 big and 1 little. And if I end up running out of big ones at the end, then I'll just use little ones. Or I'll use something else I have. 1 big one up there. And 1 little one down here. And there you go. There's that one. Those iridescent sequins are really pretty. Okay. That is card number 2. These ones were really quick this time, but they're still beautiful. All right. Card number 3. This is the last one in the kit. And this is what it looks like. And I have several people I could send this to right now. Seems like I have several friends that are dealing with some health issues right now. So whoops, I forgot it opens that way. Let's get our stamping pieces out. So this is the one that you really couldn't substitute the sentiment very well unless you had one in another stamp set that was long and skinny like this. All right, let's see which way it goes. So it is going to go with the banner that way. So I want to be sure I'd stamp it the same way. It would work the other way, but all right, so this is You've Been on My Mind. Again, let's bring in our ink. Yeah, I was just making sure it was just centered on there. Go. One more. All right. Put this away for the moment till we get to our bonus card. All right, let me put that one in with this card. All right, let's get the rest of our pieces. Again, a piece of vellum and a woodcut. And look at this card with those daisies on there. Isn't that gorgeous? And it opens this way, which is unusual. You will sometimes have them open this way, but you don't often have them that way, so that's kind of fun. All right. Looks like that and like that. Get our glue dots again. All right, so we have one here. And then on these two bottom leaves. And then, it doesn't show one in the middle, and this time it just shows them on the outside. So we'll do what it says. So this time just one on each end. All right. Take our backs off. Oh man, one didn't flip off. There we go. Now, this, here, I don't want to lay anything on top of that. So this is about right there. It's pretty close to the right. Let's see if I can get it straight. All right, I think that looks straight. And then this guy goes this way. Again, I'm just kind of looking at how much is sticking off. Oh, something like that. All right, then our sentiment. So this time it's showing us a dimensional on each end because it's going to span over that leaf. So you want to have it open in the middle and then a dimensional on each end. That is going to go across here. And so it's going to stick out over that purple, and it's pretty much even with the side over here. And then for this one, we need two big ones and one little one again. I'm thinking I'm going to run out of big ones, but that's okay. Then I'll just use little ones. All right, I forgot to look and see where they are. Yeah. So a big one there and a little one by it, and then one more big one up here. All right, so that is that card. These are so pretty. All right, those are the 3 cards. Let me pull them out again. Try not to mess this up getting it in the envelope. So these are the 3 cards. Clean up some of this stuff that came in the kit. Oh dear, I took off a, where did that come from? I got a sequin. It probably, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, maybe it came, oh, it probably came off the sheet. All right, well, yep, it did. I'll save it and use a glue dot with it. So those are the 3 that we made for the kit. Now, I decided I wanted to use the bonus stamp set, which was this floral one, for the bonus card. So this is what I made. So this has a die that is retiring, and I haven't checked to see if it's still available. It's a very popular die. It's the Scalloped Contours, and it's retiring. So we're sad about that. All right. Oh, I forgot I did little dots too, so I need to get that let me grab this again. And this is, it goes with the Notes of Nature and something else. And I think this paper is actually carrying over, which is nice. All right, so let's stamp our little background first. And I forgot to pull this one off. I drew with a Sharpie around them because since they've been doing this, instead of printing it on, then you have to kind of turn it upside down, and I don't know. I was struggling with it, so I just took my Sharpie and drew around them on the back side so I would know where they go. Because like now I've got almost all of them off the sheet, so trying to put them back on there could be challenging. All right. I'm just going to get some scratch paper since I'm going to go off the edge of this. And I'm just stamping some of these little dots just around this in your garden green. And I'm going to turn them so they're not always going the same way. And I don't need them all the way down. That's probably good. And while we've got that, let's stamp our sentiment while we've got the green open. So I used the You've Been on My Mind again. So we'll stamp this in the middle. And somebody will get this card already made. I never know who's going to get it. I just mix all the cards up. Thank you, buddy. And then somebody gets the card that I've already made. But I usually don't put the embellishments on it. This one I used butterflies, but you can use any embellishments that you have. All right, so now let's do our main stamping. So we've got this nice die cut, and I used, so one thing I didn't get everything pulled was all the inks. Now, you can use any neutral that you have for this. I'm using Basic Gray. It's a little softer than the Memento, but you could certainly use the Memento if you don't have the Basic Gray. So I'm just going to ink up my flowers in the Basic Gray and stamp them on here. Now, you could color these with blends if you would rather, but I used the stamps that came with it. Now, I'm using Highland Heather. I need to bring in my scratch paper again. You can use any color. I tried to keep the color scheme so that you could use a pink, a red, a coral, a purple, a blue, whatever color you have that you like, you can use there. Whoops. All right, so I have the clear or the solid stamps, and I'm going to stamp them off and then stamp them on there. Let's see if I can do this without getting my hand in the purple and lining them up when I'm not right over them. There we go. Not bad. And the reason I stamped that off is because you have an inside piece. So I'm going to ink that up in Highland Heather. Again, you can use any color you want. I got to move that. I'm going to stick my hand in it. That's just going to stamp that little accent on the inside. All right. And then we'll use our garden green again for the leaves. And I think I stamped these off also, so they weren't quite so dark. Stamp them off, lay them in there. we go. And if some of it doesn't stamp off evenly, that's okay. It just gives it a little more dimension. Whoa. Luckily, I got that mostly closed before I dropped it. Right on my toe. You wouldn't think that would hurt, but it did. All right. Now, the last thing is I have the centers. You can use any yellow you have. I use Daffodil Delight. And there are 2 different centers, so there is a smaller one for that, but I think I just use this for both of them because the other colors are so dark that you won't even tell that it goes out of the edge. All right, that is all the stamping. Again, you can use any yellow, make your flowers whatever color you want them to be. Now we're just ready to put this all together. So I am going to take my snips and just snip the edge of that. So I just kind of made them go like this. And I want them to go the same direction. Just gives it a little extra oomph. Let's put this on here. And I'm just using my seal for this instead of using up the glue dots that came in the kit. And I put this all the way at the bottom. Trying to make sure I get it all lined up. There we go. And then this can go on our card base. So this green is Garden Green, like our ink we've been using. And then the card base is Soft Seafoam. And it's a nice light color. So you can write inside of it. You don't need a piece of white. And then this, I'm going to just adhere to my stamped piece. And this will get put on with dimensionals. Yeah, we might want to put one in the middle. Whoops, let's put it on right side up. And that will go right in the middle of that. There you go. And then you can add whatever embellishments you want. Like I said, I use some of the brass butterflies on mine because they kind of match the gold there. But that is our bonus card. All right, so let's bring in everything we did tonight. If I can grab it. Here we go. Those are the ones that were in the kit, and then our bonus one. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed these. Like I said, these are beautiful, beautiful cards, and I love the card bases that they're on. All right, tomorrow night, I brought it over here so I could, there it is. I will be live on my page and in my group at 7:30, and I'm going to show you how to make this card. So this is with the Hello Kiwi, which is a retiring set. So I've been trying to use some of the retiring items in my Facebook Lives on Wednesday night, just so you can get an idea of what they look like and how you can use them in case you want to get them before they're gone. So this is what I will be showing you tomorrow night at 7:30. All right, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow night or next month for a paper pumpkin. Bye.